Hey, my loves, welcome to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment because I love to bump gums with you. Hope you enjoy. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the Give Them Lala podcast. I want to be super transparent with you guys. We are recording this episode early because Mama got a gig, Mama got bills to pay, so we cannot record as we usually do. But I feel like it's super on brand because I'm usually late to headlines.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It is on brand.
I had a fantastic weekend.
Tell us what you did, please.
My best friend got married.
Madison!
She did.
Congrats!
It's wild. We have been friends literally since birth. Our moms went to junior high and high school together. Anyway, moving on. My friend got married in Texas. It was a Texas win.
You are known for not loving weddings, so not loving. You are known for not
Loving weddings.
loving weddings.
Call it what it is.
No,
She hates
marriages.
weddings.
You like weddings,
She
right?
hates men.
Just not marriages.
Okay, can you stop this narrative of I
She
hate
doesn't
men?
hate men.
I don't hate men. I just think the good ones are few and far between.
Agreed.
You know?
Yeah.
And by the way, I think the women are struggling these days as well. It's not like anyone's like really
Tops.
showing up.
Right.
But we won't go there. Anyway, no, I don't like weddings in the sense that I will always say this. Now, for me, this wedding was very special because she's my soulmate, right?
Yes.
And I've been through every single up and down of her life. I know every single wound she's experienced with heartbreak. I know how she's felt about sex. I know what she's felt about religion and what she went through as a child. Like, I know everything about this human. And to see her go and get married now and start thinking about creating a family, it was amazing. But I do say that weddings, this is the most important day for maybe the bride and groom, probably just the bride. But to everyone else, it's just like another fucking day.
Yeah. Well, you know
For
what?
them to go get free alcohol and
I'll
get
say
a little
the
drunk.
only thing I like about weddings is like dressing up because I never do it. So it's like I gotta
That's
play
true.
dress up for a minute.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
wedding was awesome, though, because it was very, very just relaxed. I asked her what the plan is tonight. You know, usually the group comes in, and it was very close friends and family. It was not like 150 people.
Good.
Very intimate. And I said, what's the plan tonight? This was Friday. They got married Saturday. She goes, we'll probably grab dinner. Well, I'll have everyone meet up and grab dinner. And I'm like, great. Where? She's like, I don't know. Maybe we'll do it at the hotel, like this one that you guys are staying at. I'm like, you haven't planned anything?
No reservations, nothing.
Nope. She
My
threw it
kinda
together
gal.
at 2:00 for a 7:30 meetup at this cute little Mexican joint. It was fabulous. Someone walked around with menus. By the way, I had 2 pina coladas that were very milky and delicious and vomited a lot.
No,
after.
you didn't.
Yeah, they did not sit
Well, they were
right.
virgin.
Well,
of
obviously.
course.
That's why she threw them
But
up.
I'm just saying, no, because, yeah.
I just think I participated in drinking one too many too fast.
And it's sugary and thick.
Sugary and thick and milky.
And milky. Oh, no.
And
I
it's
love a good
sitting
milky.
and it's sitting on top of like all the mac and cheese and cornbread because I went and got barbecue with everyone beforehand.
Yum.
So I had like all the potato salad, which is also kind of creamy, and beans.
You had a lot of cream. You had a lot of cream.
She
Okay.
was cream filled.
She was a cream-filled lady. Oh, no, and not sexually, which is unfortunate for all of us. Oh, no.
A cream filled
Oh, boy.
lady. Anyway, then we show up to the wedding. It's fabulous. We had Mexican food.
Oh, after vomiting?
No. This was the next day.
I was like, wow, you really are
filling up.
going out.
No. After the midnight
About your business.
purge of milky and milky creaminess, the next day we all got ready together. I got my dress on Amazon.
Stop. It looks amazing. It looked so good. Your outfit today, you have been stagecoach, country Beyonce vibes, and we are feeling it.
I will say I am not a nature person. I loved where her wedding was, but mom had a beetle on her. Mom had a beetle. Oh, keep in mind, mom looks over because everyone's like excited about them being married, and I'm excited too, right? But like, mama hungry. I just threw up all my dinner from the night before. I haven't eaten all day. All I've had is a fruit. Freaking Faye Greek yogurt with honey on it. I'm like,
more cream.
More cream.
My God.
So I'm with the little kids getting their plates ready, her nieces and nephews getting my plate ready, and I just sat at the tables by myself while everyone mingled about the wedding, and I just grubbed out. Mom finally joins me. We're talking. She looks down. She's got a beetle on the inside liner of her dress. And then I feel one crawling up my leg. And if you look at the grass, there are beetles. I mean, we're in Texas, honey. We're in the country.
Of course.
I get up screaming. And everyone's like, well, I'm glad you didn't freak out. I was like, I am not a country person. Okay? I may be from Utah, but get me back to Los Angeles.
So it was an outdoor wedding.
Oh, yeah, honey. We wore cowboy boots. And I wore a bolo tie.
That's so cute and sweet. It looked lovely. All the best wishes to Madison and her new husband.
Can I tell you what just threw me off?
What?
Where's my clock?
Your clock.
My clock ain't a ticking.
Producer John.
Oh, does he have
March Madness? Sorry,
stole it?
we stole it. Yeah, for March Madness.
March Madness.
College basketball trumps the Give Them Lala
It
podcast.
does.
Yeah. But even though it is
We'll allow it,
April
though,
now,
too.
apparently I just learned today March Madness goes into April. Did you know that?
I
did.
learned that today.
April is mental breakdown month, everyone.
Are you joking?
No. Well, I made it up, but I just feel...
Oh, you made it up. That's not a real
I'll
thing.
run with
No,
it with
it's
you.
not a real thing. I feel like everyone around me, including me, is on the verge of a mental breakdown. So I bought new shoes.
They're so cute, by the
Maybe
way.
that's what I need to do. A little
new
retail
shoes.
therapy.
No,
Thank
they're
you.
so good.
But good. I'm happy you had an amazing weekend.
I did. I spent all the time in the world with these people who are like my family, who have been in my life since my earliest memories. We had the best time.
Did you know that that's my ache of the week?
That you didn't get to go?
Yeah.
Teaser.
Teaser.
Because Madison comes from a very large family.
Okay.
And there's 4 of them, and then her mom went and had another baby, Jace, who's now 25, who's very close with Easton. And yeah, it's just, we're a very tight-knit group, and we all connect, and it was very sweet and fun. I landed last night at like 10. Easton swooped us from the airport. I was
like
adamant.
11.
He goes, I'm going to leave when you text me that you've landed. I go, no. You need to leave way before that because I'm not worried about the traffic getting to LAX. You're going to hit no traffic from Sherman Oaks to LAX. Trust me. Where you're going to hit the traffic is when you're inside LAX.
So here's my
He was
thing
in LAX.
I was in
for
LAX
freaking over
for
an hour.
Literally over an hour. Like just traffic, people like trying to zipper.
Bumper to bumper.
Yeah. And then
Bumper
the
to
one
bumper,
thing that,
bumping. All the live long
but
bumping
my
days.
fear in that airport, because it's so big, is say I'm going through and they're like, yeah, we're at this spot. And I'm like, oh, I just passed it.
Yeah.
To go around that whole thing again? That is my fear.
it is
Do you get what I'm
totally.
saying?
Yeah.
100,000%.
So from now
I was
on,
fine with it.
parking in the airport, meeting them at baggage claim, walking to the car, going out.
Yeah.
That's the new pickup.
We're home. We're
Damn.
alive. We're well. My daughter's freaking adorable. I can't even deal.
She is an angel in the morning.
How's
She's my
she doing?
favorite. She's great.
She's great. So she ended up having hand, mouth, and foot, which is going around. And I had to, it comes from shit, producer John.
It does.
Poop.
But here's the thing with
Yes.
our child. We go to, yes, our child.
I love that, by the way. So sweet.
Ball and bounce, Sky Zone, Adam's Garden.
She's out and about.
She's out
She's
and
at
about.
that age where she's very
She's
social.
going to get some stuff going.
And so, of course, I had to make the calls to any parents that she's been around. Everyone I talked to was like, oh, my kid has had that. It is what it is. But I was fixated on the fact that it had to do with feces.
Who told you that? The doctor?
The Google.
Google.
Google told me that.
So it has
WebMD.
feces only. You can't get it from anything else?
I mean, it can be like passed around from saliva and touching. And by the way, adults are pretty fine with it. Like I slept with Ocean, babied her, whatever. She was totally fine, or I'm totally fine. But it's very contagious with other children. But yeah, it starts with like dirtiness.
And then what happens? They get blisters?
They get blisters on their tongue, on the inside of their mouths, hands, feet. And she had them pretty bad. So my friend Danny, who's Madison's sister, said that her son had that when he turned 1. And she said, you need to use colloidal silver cream, like a gel on their hands. Easton put that on her hands and they cleared up.
And you know that's all natural.
I attribute me staying healthy during the pandemic to colloidal silver sprays.
Oh, you can ingest it as
yeah.
well?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Wow.
There's a spray for the mouth, which she also said order that for her mouth hurting. It'll clear it up. I don't know if it ever came, but she's great now. So I'm thrilled. We all have that happy place we're always daydreaming about. Maybe it's a white sand beach or snow-capped mountains or just a hometown visit. But when you think about travel, we all think about that place. For me, Easton and my mom, that place just happens to be Hawaii. This is a newfound love of ours. We had such a fabulous trip the last time we were there, and I think I'm going to make it our regular trip. The beautiful beaches, the amazing food, the warm water, and the completely chill vibe I'm obsessed with. I didn't get ready not a one day. Whatever your happy place is, Priceline wants to get you there for a happy price, so you never have to miss a trip. I used Priceline to rent our car when we went to Hawaii, and if I told you how much money we saved, you would not believe me. And even though we had a stunning place to stay, I also checked out some of the hotel options and prices, and they were unbelievable. Only mentioning that because when you bundle and book your flights and hotels together on Priceline, you save up to $625. Just use Priceline and simply book your entire trip in one place. They truly have the deals you can't find anywhere else. So download the Priceline app today to save up to 60% off and go to your happy price with Priceline. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves way too thin, especially when we're out and about because the weather is getting much warmer. Maybe you thrive around people, or maybe you need some more alone time. Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma. Therapy with BetterHelp is a good place to start when you want to understand you a little bit better. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/GTL today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GTL. I'm Easton. You have headlines. Let's first talk about Cowboy Cottages came out. Speaking of country.
Yeehaw! What do you guys think of the album?
Woo!
Because I've heard mixed reviews.
No.
Easton had all the feelings in the world when I played it for him on the way to the podcast today.
Yeah. She's good. I like it lyrically. There's just no like twang in her voice to make it country. She threw a guitar behind it and just called it a country album to me.
And you know what? Beyonce can do that.
Yep. Well, that's the thing.
Well, like Easton said, MGK, when he went from like rapping to
Rock.
heavy metal or whatever,
Like
it was a smooth transition.
Like he did it very well. Like he is one of the only artists that I will say I like. It's personal for everyone, but I think he does rap and rock very well. Like when he does his rock, I can tell there's no rap in it. For Beyonce, like her, the one that Dad loved.
Dad, Jolene?
Oh, I was here.
If you were to put that same song on her new album,
Just
and
add a
throw
guitar?
there's no difference for me.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like,
but what do you expect her to have some sort of
I don't
twang?
know,
Like
do
do what
some-
Lady Gaga did? Because Lady Gaga did that. Remember? She went from pop and then she had a whole country album.
I don't know, just listening to like Miley Cyrus on it, there's that country twang.
It would be like Celine Dion trying to make a country album.
Yeah, it just isn't.
Bitch, you got pipes.
Yeah.
Right.
Just embrace it.
Right.
Just embrace it. You have soul. You have oomph. You can hit all the notes in the world. Not saying
should
that
have done
there's
soul
like
music.
Carrie Underwood can totally. She has pipes too. Like there's many women who have, but like Adele, I don't think that she
Would do country.
could. There's just certain people who have this oomph in their voice
Yeah.
that makes it really hard to get that
Tune.
twanginess.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Texas
And
twang.
I love
I was just
the
gonna say.
I love the album.
So is the album a hit or a miss to you?
For me, the album's a hit.
For me, it's a hit as well.
Okay.
I like it. Like I said, it's just like when I listen to it, I'm not like, oh, this is a country album.
Right. I heard actually mixed reviews on Jolene.
Oh, Jolene was excellent. What are they saying?
The song Jolene, saying just people saying like, "Oh, this was really a disappointment." That. So
You know what's great about living a life of just like never expecting much from anybody?
what?
You are never disappointed. You're actually in awe most of the time.
100%.
Like when she said, I'm doing a country album, I'm like, I wonder what it could be like. This will be very interesting. Comes out, I'm like, and it is a smash. I am impressed.
Expect the worst, and anything else will be a pleasant surprise.
Right. Like I literally go into everything and I'm like,
This is going to be terrible.
Right?
And then all of a sudden, you're happy.
Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld said it the best. I'm
What?
very happy being unhappy.
Right. Right.
Like I'm really happy just walking through life, just hating everything.
Right.
That's what he said.
oh God.
That's what he said. He goes, I hate everything. And he goes, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah. No, do you know I told my therapist, I said, I know this is a toxic trait, but I always expect the worst from everyone in every situation, so anything else is good. And she goes, who told you that was a toxic trait? And I was shook. And I was like, oh. And she goes, there's layers to that. If that's how you live your life and it makes you feel good, that's not toxic. And I
Let me
was
tell
like,
you something, Jessica. You are a light in this world, and however you're living your life, you don't
Keep
ever
doing it.
fucking change.
Keep
Let me tell
doing
you
it.
what.
thank you, my angel.
Don't you ever fucking change.
We need you.
You
my
are God's gift to the planet, okay?
Oh my
I
God.
walk in here Grinch mode and I see your face and I'm like, I'm what? My heart is growing. No, but Azalea, I love you. Azalea Banks, though, goes in on her.
Stop.
Especially,
Tell us.
oh, she is like scathing reviews. And in a way, she's not wrong.
Let us hear.
She says to Beyonce, and I can't find the screenshots.
Okay.
She wrote it on her story. I'm like, damn, you got a lot of time on your hands, but this is very eloquently put. She's like,
Googling
sis, in Jolene, who is this imaginary adversary you think still wants Jay-Z? Ain't no one trying to fuck him. He's not hot. It's time someone told you no one wants him. Because Jolene is about, have you heard it?
Oh, I used to love it. Please
Okay.
don't take my man.
Right, but have you heard Beyonce's version?
Oh, no.
Okay, so Dolly Parton does at the very beginning where she's like, hey, Beyonce or whatever. You know that, Becky with the good hair?
Mm-hmm.
I knew a girl just like her named Jolene.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. She goes, she had fiery red hair or something like that. She goes, bless her heart.
Bless
And
her heart.
so then Beyonce goes into Jolene, her version. I love it. Who is still trying, like, this was back in Lemonade days, right?
Right.
We're
But
like, sorry?
honestly, probably everyone. I think that I get what she's saying, like who wants Jay-Z, but also like everyone. And also, I know we're
No, but it
eventually
seems very specific because she brought up Becky with the good hair. Is she still trying to get with Jay?
Oh, which we all know who that is.
Of course we know who
Yes.
it is.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Doubtful.
Let me tell you something.
She's stunning, and Jay is not.
I think Jay's hot.
Ooh.
It's the swag.
Well, you know you're not going to think Jay's hot when you hear that people think he's knew more about Diddy.
I think Hollywood is extremely dirty, okay? And I stay in my bubble because I'm in an industry where people move a certain way, people who are very high level, very high up, and they make me nervous and they make me scared, and I like to stay in my bubble. I come out, I collect my little pennies, I say hello, I drag a bitch on Vanderpump, and then I just want to fucking protect my child from what this world is.
Right.
I don't know that everybody who's super high level is doing the same thing. And guess what? There's going to be a shift in Hollywood. There was a shift with the Me Too movement, outing them all. Guess what? We got some fucking little dirty people in the mix. Okay? That are trafficking humans, who are dabbling in underage shit, and I want it fucking exposed. So we talked about this. We said, do we even talk about this on the podcast? Of course we do. I hope everyone talks about it.
Well, you were one of the first to bring up the, I won't even say the brand here, but you know, the brand that Kim Kardashian
brand with the
works
B.
with.
Yes.
The brand with the B. And you were 100% right, which, by the way, she's working with them again.
I don't appreciate it. And you know what? I went to Nordstrom the other day and I looked at these boots and they were so fabulous and amazing. And then I realized they were the brand with the B. And I put them down in disgust. Mm-hmm. And people can sit there and say, it's not that, you're reading into it. No, they're trying to desensitize us to make it a little bit more stomachable.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's with the Dan Schneider stuff coming out. People have been saying for years, Hollywood and this word I'm not going to say because it's a trigger, but underage stuff has been, it's always been going on. It's been dark. It's been deep. The people you wouldn't expect to be in it are in it. The people you would expect to be in it are in it. It's horrific. And I think you're right. I think there's going to be a shift. I think people are going to be outed. I think it'll be hopefully as impactful as the Me Too movement. And you know, Diddy escaped Me Too and probably thought, oh, and guess what? A lot of
people did.
Escaped Me Too.
But guess what? I've got some names that if you would like to deep dive into them, I'm ready and willing to give them to you. All right? I've had someone reach out asking about certain people. Come back around.
Horrific. Yeah, Diddy left, you know, as we all know. I know this is a couple weeks later, but his home got raided.
Both homes.
Both homes got raided. And
LA and Miami.
what I read is that Diddy's, you know what, heart goes out to his kids and family.
I would say that, but I have a feeling his kids had something. They had to know. They're in the video with that little girl.
Yeah, part of me thinks they could be scared of him too. Because think
Diddy?
about it. We can't relate to people with scary parents who you are fearful of possibly your life from, but I think they probably had that.
Yeah.
And he left him. His home got raided, and what I read
his
is
kids
that
inside.
he just left his kids to fend for themselves against.
And they got arrested, right?
Yeah, of course.
Detained.
Yeah.
But then what were you saying happened, Easton?
So what I was reading is they got detained, but Diddy,
Should we say this is all allegations? These
Yes.
are all.
This
This
is
is
all
all
allegations.
allegedly.
allegedly
What we read, other people posting. What we've read allegedly.
Yeah.
is Diddy gave up, excuse me, a couple rappers' names to protect his family.
Of course he
and
did.
just people's names that are involved in everything that's going on. So he gave him that. But also people were saying that he flew on his private jet to like Puerto Rico or somewhere, and he didn't. He was in Miami. Like
It
just
was Bermuda, allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly. But he was, TMZ got him like walking back and forth at the Miami like.
He called it a witch hunt.
Tack.
Also, the fact that he can still be in the U.S. and not detained
Well,
is
that's how
mind-boggling
I'm
to me.
feeling.
And there's higher powers that I think, I'm not trying to get conspiracy theorists. I think they said, you know what, give us some names and that makes me sick. And we'll give you a little space.
But that's how this whole thing
A
works.
lot of people said that the raid
This is
wasn't
how-
to find out things; it was to protect.
I wouldn't doubt
Really?
that. It's
Like it was,
conspiracy. I wouldn't
conspiracy.
doubt
Like
that.
a lot of people were saying, like they're not raiding his home to like find things. They're raiding his home to whatever they find to protect and hide.
And guess what? If they weren't all doing it, you can bet your ass there was one or two people in that circle who was doing it. How did he get a tip off? How did he escape the raid? Like, there's just no.
But like, and also he's walking in Miami.
I
How are your
think-
kids getting detained, but you're not?
That's what I'm saying.
It's very easy to get a tip off, okay? I've been in a situation where things seem to be buttoned up and all of a sudden someone said something to someone who got back to somebody else and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, he's disappeared. He's hired counsel. No one can get him in a room. So I don't know that I believe that I think there's too much press on this to say they raided his homes for sex trafficking and then for them to be like, they just couldn't find a thing. It all went away. There's too much buzz.
They got his
You
phones,
got
too.
Cassie who is talking about these things. You've got a lot of people saying there was some sus behavior happening. It's too many people singing like canaries. I love when that happens.
Me
I love when
too.
people are dirty and they all have each other's backs until the feds get involved, Homeland Security, and it's like he was
him.
involved.
No, and me too. And I totally agree with you. But on the other side, and I hope that happens, but on the other side, let's look at Epstein, right? All of a sudden, we're all like, oh, the list of names is coming out. And then where is it? And guess what? Where is all the names? I think we got a couple names. And then all of a sudden, we're all just like, all right, well, I guess we have to accept it and move on. That's what's frustrating is like you get to a point where let's say, worst case scenario, Diddy's not held accountable, or they go, oh, we couldn't find enough evidence. We all just have to move on. And it's happened before, and it's like, who is pulling the strings? Now I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist.
No, but I think there's something to that.
I don't know.
The world is dirty.
The world's
is.
wild.
There's a
Anyway.
couple people coming out and they're making documentaries about that. 50 cents and behind one,
Well,
so
50
get ready.
cents. Got a
Good.
lot of
50
shit
was one of the few
happening.
that spoke out against Diddy. He goes, Diddy has to take me shopping. I'm not letting you take me shopping.
Yeah, but then his baby mama,
Who's Diddy's or?
50s, was named in this lawsuit
Mm-hmm.
that I think, what's his name, Lil Rod or something like that had filed. And this woman, 50's baby mama, was listed as one of Diddy's sex workers. And now his baby mama is saying, because we know 50, he trolls.
Yeah.
He starts posting all this shit, being like, I didn't know you were a little sex worker, taunting her. So
He's wild.
Oh, it's
he's fucking
no.
wild. And I know what it's like to be on the receiving end.
Yeah, you do.
So to his baby mama, I feel for you because he's really having a heyday on you right now.
no.
And I just can't imagine because it's on such a different level. But now she has allegations against 50 that are not great. It's just a shit show.
Oh, no.
No one knows where to look. Okay.
Well, our hearts go out to all the innocent people involved.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Amen.
Wow, I did not expect to go on a tangent about that.
You
we were going
guys.
to touch on it briefly.
Did you know today is a great day to warranty? Well, actually, every day is a great day when you're not worrying about your appliances and home systems. And that's what you get with an American Home Shield warranty. I signed up with American Home Shield the moment I decided to buy my house. With an American Home Shield warranty, unexpected breakdowns like a leaky faucet or faulty water heater won't break the bank because covered repairs and replacements are taken care of, just like that. And not by me, my mom, or Easton. We wouldn't know the first thing to do if something stopped working in the house. I just contact American Home Shield when a covered item breaks, and their trusted and qualified pros will fix or replace it based on the coverage limits in your agreement. So having that sort of reassurance from American Home Shield is something to celebrate. When it comes to protecting your appliances and home systems, don't worry. Be warranty. Visit ahs.com/GTL today to get 20% off any plan. That's ahs.com/GTL for 20% off any plan. For more details, see ahs.com/contract for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions. New Jersey residents, the product being offered is a service contract and is separate and distinct. So I have 2 game changers to share with you when it comes to upping your glam game. I am totally obsessed with Impress No Glue Manis and Impress Press-On False Eyelashes because I'm very into just easy right now, and anyone can do it. You are going to love them just as much as I do. Both require 0 glue, so there is no damage to your natural nails and lashes. There's also no annoying dry time. And the best part, 0 mess. 1 step and you're done. The lash style options are endless, and there are so many on-trend nails to choose from. Impress, No Glue Manis, and Press-On Falsies are the easiest and fastest way to upgrade your look in just minutes. The Press-On Falsies have a unique under lash application for a totally seamless look and are made with an exclusive self-stick technology that keeps them secure for up to 24 hours. The Impress Manis have a patented super hold adhesive for up to 7 days secure hold, and that's perfect for all of you busy mamas out there who don't have a lot of time to spend on glam but want to look your best. I completely get it. Impress No Glue Manis and Impress No Glue Press-On Falsies are absolutely a beauty must. You need to try them right now, so get yours today at impressbeauty.com/Lala and use code LALA at checkout for 25% off Impress Manicure and Press-On Falsies. That's impressbeauty.com/Lala and use code LALA at checkout for 25% off.
The Conjoined twins. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about something more lighthearted.
I don't know if that's
Lighthearted and
lighthearted either. One is like, fuck this guy. The other one's like, I married
Oh,
him.
I bet they have a conversation.
Do you
they
have-
have 2 voice boxes?
Okay, so anyone
So
who doesn't
one's-
know what we're
no,
talking
they-
about, the conjoined. Oh, go ahead, Easton.
Well, no, I was just going to answer. I would assume so because they have 2 necks.
Okay,
so 2 esophagus. 2 esophaguses into one? What the hell? I
Abby.
don't know.
Okay, so what are their names?
Abby.
How pissed would you be if you
And
were
I
the
don't
other
know
one being like, Abby's
Britney.
getting all the attention?
Abby and Brittany, and Abby is the one who is getting married.
No, they got married.
They
got married.
They're iconic conjoined twins. They really are. I've seen them everywhere. They're incredible.
Why are they incredible?
Congratulations.
Because they've got a
Just-
personality. Have you ever seen interviews? They're funny.
Okay.
They're just like witty. Have you never seen them on like?
Never.
Really?
Never
Never.
seen them
Oh,
on
they've
my
been
For
on
You
all
page
the talk
ever.
shows.
Talk shows. You think I'm watching talk shows?
Well,
Unless I'm on it.
I was gonna say
I haven't seen it.
They're just like
They live in a bubble, a Lala bubble.
they're funny. They're a hoot.
Good. So he probably likes them for their personality.
But does he like them or her? That's
I
the
think he
question.
probably likes her.
I think you gotta like both of them.
That is true.
You've got to have. I mean,
Because if they both can talk, what if one is super annoying? That would be difficult. I don't see this
And-
lasting long.
let's just.
That's how I'm feeling. Like, even if what if Brittany's in a bad mood and Abby's trying to go get dinner with her husband and she's sitting over there like, this is fucking dinner. You know, like,
Or like,
I didn't want to come here tonight. Fuck.
oh no,
well, sack up.
No, they're going to have to come up with a schedule. They need a Google calendar.
they do. And let's talk about the elephant in the room is the sex. Okay, so that's wild.
Who feels what?
Well, they all. I think they
feel it both?
You were saying
Abby controls the right arm and leg, and Brittany controls the left.
I don't care to have guests on here. I would absolutely welcome them with open arms.
let's
After hearing this, they
manifest.
probably will say no. But
Or
I want
you
to
said they're
know.
witty. Maybe they're like, no, we got to get on there. Let them know how it is.
They'd be good, great guests. But I do want to know, and I'm sure that's everyone's question, and I'm sure they hate it. But yeah, does the other one close her eyes while they have sex? Does she participate? I'm sure as sisters, they've had to have this conversation.
I feel like, I mean, yeah.
It's the
I think
same
you
with
have
What
to,
if Brittany
because-
meets someone someday and
She
then they
will.
have to go? Okay, so then what is this?
Could be maybe they make it a
foursome?
fun foursome. Maybe they take turns.
Oh,
Maybe
take
it's
turns.
maybe it's the girls always know they're going to have multiple partners no matter what. And I'm sure as sisters, they discuss this with each other. Can you handle this guy? Do you like him? And good for them. They seem happy.
So this is considered threesomes basically every time then, right?
100%.
It is.
Yes, of course.
Whoa.
And
Call
then
me.
one more thing. Apparently, their lives have been documented on a TLC reality series called Abby and Brittany.
Since
Oh,
when?
I need, I'll watch that. When did
That's
that?
I saw the clips from that. They're great.
Okay, maybe I'll watch that.
How am I just hearing about
Same.
them? They were on the same network as 90 Day Fiance, and I didn't know about them. This seems, I've really let myself down.
Oh. Well, we really are. Congrats on the marriage.
Congrats on the marriage. It sounds like a lot of fun, a lot of drama to
I
come.
heard there's some other marriage news you have, Easton, about Easton's getting married. No, I'm just kidding.
Easton.
That's how I set it up. But about Gypsy Rose and her divorce. Okay, so I guess this is unmarriage.
Unmarried.
guys hear?
Yeah, she's leaving her husband 3 months after she dipped out of prison.
So why do we think this is?
Because she's listening to her parole officer now.
Wait, really? Do you think?
I don't know. That's
I
what we
think
talked
it's
about
because she's
last
getting
time.
famous and
when-
getting attention. And
I don't
getting-
think her husband was good looking. And she probably was like, I can kind of have anyone. I'm kind of like pretty now that I'm
Out
getting
of
my
prison?
teeth back and stuff.
The one thing about Gypsy is what's funny is that a couple weeks ago, she said his D was fire when people were giving her husband some hate. So I guess the D isn't fire anymore.
the dick.
I'm guessing that's where her parole officer was like, let's hold her back.
She's talking too much.
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget, you're not on parole because you like robbed a bank.
No,
you
you
murdered your mom.
mother.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I think this is classic
But I
getting
felt- yeah.
famous. and
This is classic. You murdered someone and got famous from it.
so
classic. Just-
classic murder to fame story.
Did you know that Stas is related to her in some way?
Yes. I saw the headline. I wonder
is
what Stassi thinks about this all.
She loves it. Stassi loves murder.
About the divorce law.
Oh, about the divorce.
So Gypsy said, right now I need time to let myself find who I am.
I hear her.
That is
Okay,
so
that's
fair.
good.
You guys, most of her
No.
life, she thought she was battling a terminal illness, okay? Her mom let her teeth rot out of her head.
Yes, and then she was in prison.
And then she got locked up.
Yeah. And now when you get out, you want some sort of like
Figure out who you
connection.
are,
So she marries
Gypsy.
this guy. And now it's like, okay, maybe
But
I
think
just
they-
need.
I think he was writing her
No,
in
they
prison.
were.
He was.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
They were engaged in prison, weren't they?
Yeah. And then you get out and you're like,
No.
wow, there's a lot of fish in this sea.
Yeah.
And this is the one I chose.
Yeah. Go find yourself.
The
Gypsy.
beluga?
Hey,
Fuck
well,
that.
Yeah.
That's social media for you.
Cancel twice now in this episode. Hey, 3 times a charm.
Do I take it out?
We're going for the hat
Who
trick.
knows? We're going for the hat trick of cancels.
See how many we can get out.
I love a beluga whale. I constantly am posting about releasing them into captivity.
Release them. Do you know they are eaten and apparently good for you?
What?
Wait, what?
Beluga whales, right? The beluga fat.
Beluga fat? Oh, yeah. I
I've
think
never heard of that.
Alaskans eat it.
Alaskans, but you have to be, they do it very respectfully.
Yes, it's a.
Oh, like it's a ritual.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
like when
yes,
they
yes.
kill bison back in the day.
Yes,
They
it's-
praise it.
They use the
because
whole animal, not
Yes.
one thing goes to waste.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Sports bettor who turned a $2 parlay into $1,500 receives email that his winnings are going to unpaid child support. Woo! Can I get an amen?
Amen, amen, amen. How did they do that legally?
What do you mean legally? Legally, you got to pay child support. And if you're out in these streets gambling like a little scrub,
'cause if you gamble,
we're
it-
garnishing your wages, fool. Just
Fool.
like if he went out to go to work and
Yeah.
you don't pay your duty, which is you put your dick somewhere, you participated in making a child, now you better pay up. So if you're not going to do that and the wife steps in and says he is X amount of dollars behind on child support, guess what? This is called garnishing your wages,
It was.
scrub.
I'm guessing it was through an app.
It was
as well.
FanDuel.
So it was through FanDuel, and they have a user policy that states that play restriction or third-party exclusion can be made by requesters who provide proof that an individual is subject to a court order requiring him or her to pay unmet child obligation.
Bravo, FanDuel.
FanDuel.
FanDuel,
Hi, if you
right?
would like to sponsor a
Yeah.
podcast
Yes.
that would literally, I'm a fan just for that.
And I'm into sports.
We're a fan
Come
of
at me.
FanDuel.
FanDuel.
Be the
'Cause
sponsor and we'll bet.
The scrubbish, rubbish bones are out there, okay? Not paying child support and going out here gambling.
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 Hey, but let's not say he flipped that
Hey.
2 into 15.
Right, and we're
Hey.
very happy for you. And now
his
we're,
child got
we're
paid.
so happy that you have the money to pay your child support.
That's how I'm feeling.
Isn't
right?
that so great?
It is. I'm glad that
And
his
we have to
child-
assume that that's exactly why you did it.
Right.
Oh.
He was at the track thinking, my child needs food. This $2 better flip quick.
Oh, wow.
All right, I love it. I love it.
Are we talking
also
about
have-
Dunkin'?
Dunkin' Donuts?
The Short King, because this is just support for short people everywhere. Dunkin' Donuts renamed their small iced coffee to Short King. And then this is their quote, because sometimes you don't need a large or even a medium, you just need a Short King.
False.
Bravo.
Shout out to the 5'8".
Shout out to the fives. Well, I'm not a king, but I can be a short king sometimes. Good for them. I love Dunkin'.
Well,
I
then
love Dunkin' too.
If we're going to talk
Especially
about...
because they have J-Lo in their ads.
Ooh,
or
that's
ad.
a good one. But McDonald's...
McDonald's is great. Dunkin' is
well, they're
a staple.
they're getting Krispy Kreme donuts.
McDonald's is?
Yep.
Just when I thought
McDonald's
you couldn't
will
be
sell
slapping
3
any
Krispy
harder,
Kreme
you bring
donuts
in the glaze?
nationwide.
You bring in the glaze?
The glaze,
Iconic
the
original
cream.
glazed, chocolate iced with sprinkles, and chocolate iced cream. And I will be... Oh, I hope they throw that on like a
Sounds
breakfast
delicious.
sandwich.
Oh.
And those are the buns.
Have you guys ever been?
Diabetes, here we come.
Have you ever been to the state fair and gotten a Krispy Kreme burger? It's disgusting.
I don't
They
want
put
the
meat on it?
Yeah, I want
the
breakfast.
buns are Krispy Kreme and it's a hamburger.
No, I don't
could
like
not.
that. That's
I
gross.
absolutely could not.
But like a little
But what
egg?
I could do is a little egg on there.
Yeah.
On a donut?
On a donut. Because if you think about it, or maybe
They're
like,
both breakfast at least.
or for the meat eaters, crispy chicken
Oh,
with a little hot
chicken's-
sauce.
Krispy Kreme,
Honey-
we've got a pitch for you
honey-
right here.
yep,
You heard
honey
it here
glazed
first.
chicken with.
Oh, we should try that.
Let's go today.
You guys, we're doing a Lala X Krispy Kreme collab. Krispy Kreme, reach out. It
Shout out
sounds like-
McDonald's for
and
making a part of that.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Megan Fox defends ritual of her and MGK dropping blood into each other's mouths. She makes a great point. Guess what? I think it's weird that girls are out here letting guys come in their mouth and they don't even know these guys. 100% I agree. However,
100%.
Blood freaks me out. So you could tell me like someone let someone shit in their mouth and I'd still be like, blood.
Not funny.
I don't know.
I got my blood drawn the other day to find out the gender of my baby. And I quite literally
Passed out.
yes.
Did you?
Yeah, because they took about 8 vials.
Did they put your feet in the air?
No, they told me. So I was like, I'm usually fine. Just talk to me. 1 leaves, 2 leaves. So you're still going 3, 4, 5. And I'm like, oh, we're still talking. Oh, we're not done. I'm going down. Literally the next time they said, please remind us that you faint because we need to lay you down. I was like, yeah, next time it would be nice if you could tell me that you're drawing more than 2 vials. Because if you would have told me,
why did they take so much?
prepared.
They needed it?
well, it's just that point in time where it's like not only the gender, like that's the fun part, but like a bunch of other testing that they do and they just needed that much. And this is when I wish that Theranos or whatever really was real. Mm-hmm. So you just prick my finger, tell me what I need to know.
Someone make that. Why
they tried.
can't we have that?
They tried.
Well, they tried and it didn't go well. So here we are.
But we should have someone who's like actually capable.
I feel like if it was capable, we'd have it.
As Andy Cohen would say, I'd like to switch gears here to the ache and relief of the week. Jessica, would you like to start us off, my love?
Sure. My ache of the week is going to be, and this is an ongoing ache, and you know what? I'll talk about it here because I saw a comment on one of the podcast videos that says, no offense, but Jessica, do you have ADHD? I sure as heck do. And I found that out.
Who doesn't?
I know.
I did find that out, mind you, just a few months ago. And so it's quite a journey, you know, just like I think it's like adult onset ADHD, but like there's been signs of it in my childhood. Who knows? But it's quite a journey. I'm not a big medicine person, but I am because the ADHD was like really affecting my life. I have been trying Adderall. I only do it every so often because
She's tweaking, by the way.
I'm on it right now.
so good.
It does, but by the way, if you don't have ADD, because is Adderall for ADD or ADHD or both?
My doctor is like, ADD now covers it. I don't know how accurate that is, but he just calls it ADD.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't have ADD, then medications like Adderall have the reverse effect on you,
Right.
correct?
They kind of, it's like a speed, I believe. Again, you guys, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
It's giving you that chemical imbalance you're missing. So it's,
Yes.
yeah.
And I've heard too that it's like a lot of, it's just very interesting because I always used to think, you guys, I was like ADD, ADHD, all of my college friends, they'd be like, oh, I have ADD. And I'm like, no, you just want
don't.
Adderall.
Yeah, you don't.
But it is very real and there's very real like things where you can hyper focus. It's been an interesting journey. So
ADD has been spoken about. I remember kids were diagnosed with that when I was in elementary school, but I feel like it now, you had it as well. I feel like it's now more, you were medicated
Vyvanse.
because of it. Easton was
Vyvanse,
taken
40 milligram or instant relief long lasting. Like I'm terrible.
Easton, my dad
The worst.
would have a folder back in the day when like you had papers and not iPads.
Yeah.
And it would say,
Homework.
turn in.
And I wouldn't even turn it in because I forget.
And he's so up in the night that he would come home with his folder and all the papers that were supposed to be turned in that day were still sitting there. But it didn't make any sense because I'm like, Easton, I've had that teacher. She literally says when the class is sitting there, it's time to come up and turn in your assignments. You literally watch the whole class get up to turn in the assignment. What are you doing when the whole class does that?
Hyper focused on something else.
looking at his watch.
I'm looking out the window going, I wonder when the homework's supposed to be turned in. And then the class is over and I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't turn it in.
But that's the thing is a lot of people think it's one thing and there's very many different forms of ADD and ADHD. I thought like, oh, because I'm not jumping from task to task to task, I don't have it. But it's not a medical doctor, but there's a ADD or ADHD is like a dopamine deficiency. So there's certain things you do like you become locked onto new activities jujitsu.
Yeah, that makes all the sense.
Yes, you become hyper-focused on certain things. Sometimes it's very difficult to multitask, or sometimes you multitask on everything. It's a very interesting journey, and I have a lot more respect for it now because I used to think it was overdiagnosed, which I kind of still think it is, and I used to think like, oh, you just want Adderall, and I don't think that anymore. So my ache and relief is all of that combined, because my relief is like just kind of figuring it out and, experimenting with Adderall, experimenting with all natural alternatives. And so, yeah, there we have it.
There you have it.
Long-winded.
From the mouths of babes. Do you have a relief or no?
That's my
That
relief.
was it?
Oh, it was a combination?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you listen or not?
My ADD kicked in. Bye.
The
Easton, would you like to go next?
Yeah, my ache was. What episode is it? We're late. I didn't get to go to Houston 2 weeks ago with you guys.
Austin.
Or Austin.
Yeah. Texas
See, I
is
didn't
Texas.
go. Yeah, they all look the same, right?
No, they don't.
No?
Not if you ask a Texas person.
That's
I
like
ain't a
saying-
Texas person, so they may all look the same to me.
Yeah.
Flat ass ground, right?
Country.
Country.
Yeah.
Hills, rolling hills.
Yeah.
Didn't get to go to the wedding and see that side of the family.
And they've got a lot of blue bonnets.
Blue bonnets.
What are blue?
Yeah.
on
They're
people,
flowers.
people wearing? Oh,
It's the name of a flower.
and butter.
Blue bonnets and butter.
There's a blue bonnet butter. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, there is.
Maybe, I don't
but
know.
they grow wild everywhere and they're stunning. And it makes all the sense now that the chicks go, on a pillow of blue bonnets in a blanket made of stars.
See, Beyonce should have done that. Put some twang in it.
Should have.
See?
But I don't have pipes. See? There we go.
Yes,
I would have
you
given her
do.
more
No,
credit to
I'm
get.
talking Whitney Houston level pipes. No, I can get twangy because I don't have the pipe.
Well, she
I don't
had-
have the oomph. Moving on. So
right.
that's your real ache.
My relief has been everybody when I talked about my anxiety and
Okay.
everybody that has reached out to me. And I do want to say I didn't respond a lot because everybody gave me like little things that they would do. And I was so hyper focused on that. I would go into my phone, research what they were telling me and get to a good thing. So to everybody that said something and gave me options to help, that is my relief, is just having a good amount of people that
They're
help
the
me out.
best. You
No,
guys are
we
the
got good
frickin'
people.
best.
So that is my relief. So thank you guys, and I will respond.
Oh, I love you,
But yeah,
Easton.
no.
I
So
love
that's
that
my
that they
relief
helped you out.
No, yeah, it's good to know that you're not alone. That's the one thing that kind of even calms the anxiety. It's like once somebody's like, it's like, I'm not alone. I can calm down.
Yes.
So thank you to everybody and all of our listeners. I love you guys.
We love
That
ya.
is so kind.
Thank you.
So kind. What about yours, La? Ache and relief.
My ache is that I was in Austin, Texas, where they have Schlotzsky's, which is a sandwich shop.
Okay, yum.
Yes.
Great.
We're pulling out of who knows where, and I make eye contact with the Schlotzsky sign. I said,
You're mine.
Danielle, go.
Land hoy.
Now. Okay. And we pull up, and it says, sorry, we're closed for Easter Sunday.
Damn it.
And when I tell you, I crave Schlotzsky's sandwiches on a regular basis with their hot sauce.
I'm craving it right now.
Are they
My
just like
mouth
subs?
is watering.
It's-
You will never in your life. I don't even know how to explain it. I get the original. The lettuce is popping. The bread is nice and spongy and weird.
Crunchy. It's like-
so crunchy and soft. It's just the best.
That sounds
Okay,
good.
it's
but
the
they were
best,
closed.
Jerry. The
the
best.
best. We would drive like
They were
15
closed.
minutes when in Salt Lake just to go to Schlotzsky's. We do it what? Once a week?
Schlotzsky's.
Twice a week even?
Yeah, but I haven't seen a closed for Easter sign since I lived in Utah.
Well,
Well, you ain't been in
Texas,
the
you'll see it.
country.
You'll
Yeah.
see it in Texas.
They
and
close down for
Tennessee.
football games on Fridays.
For high school. Yeah, that was Utah too. So that was a big ache for me. I was really upset about it. I was so
sorry.
upset I posted about it actually. And they responded. I didn't tag them. They saw and they said we really miss you and we love you.
They said that?
I'm about to book another trip just to
For
go.
Schlotzsky's?
Yes.
Hey, if
Hold
your
on, is there?
sandwiches...
Yeah. Well, what about Schlotzsky's? Can they do something for us? Hey,
There's gotta
your
be a
listeners?
There
close
isn't one.
one.
I've looked it up.
I'm going
There's
to tell you
one
right
left
now,
in
the
this whole world?
closest one, you guys. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to map
Yeah,
it.
it's like a 4-day drive.
No, stop.
If you think I haven't looked it up.
La, Do you know, have you ever heard of Ike's sandwiches? Because it sounds similar. And
Ike's is so good. We just had that over the weekend here for
Where
March
is it?
Madness. It's right here in Culver.
All right.
Can we
got
go
the
there
bread.
after?
Yes, it's delicious.
You need to Google though, because I really highly doubt they're the same. But I'll try
I'll
Ike's
try
out.
it just to let you guys know it ain't fucking Schlotsky's.
I'll tell you right now,
Schlotsky's
there's a
slaps.
Schlotsky's in Vegas, 4 hours and 47 minutes away.
There's a Schlotsky's in Vegas.
Sure is. 4 hours and 40. Oh, damn, it does look delicious.
It's very delicious. I will say that my relief would be going and seeing my best friend get married and look very, very happy and see people who I haven't seen in a very long time. And I know it sounds strange, but just to be around some normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get... Eason said something funny the other day. I was like, social media, he goes, it's a place where a lot of people go to like find their news or engage in certain topics. And I was like, it gives me anxiety. And he goes, because most people get on the Explore page and they're not seeing things about themselves. Mm-hmm. They just get to scroll. And I've only been in LA we're going on 11 years. And I have lived a normal life before. And I'm not saying that I live a life like Kim Kardashian by any means. But it was nice to be around people who just their goals and their wants and their needs were just very like pure and true. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense at all?
No, it makes all the sense. And that's great. And I'm so glad you were around that energy. You need a reset like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are moments where I'm like, I just think it sounds nice to go into a backyard, barbecue, have someone crack some beers, not for me, but and like enjoy the weekend because the week is hard. I'm used to people who don't have regular jobs. It's just a funky world that I live in. So it was a relief to be a part of normalcy again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was awesome.
Good. It's beautiful.
What a long-winded answer. Why I think that what I have to say is so interesting that I can go on for a full 2 minutes is beyond me, and I will work on it.
Well, it is, and it's your podcast, and also I just did it with my Adderall and ADHD. So.
And if I did not have ADD, I would have listened. I am not medicated yet, so roll with me. You guys, thank you for listening to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. I know, again, that we're probably a little late to some of these stories, but we're still funny as fuck, so I know you'll enjoy it all. We'll catch you next week. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.